Undead from Universal Studios in Hollywood, California. The monster movie capital of the world. It's the Horror Hall of Fame 3, an all-star tribute to terror, starring Robert Englund. With scenes from some of the greatest horror films ever, including Alien, The Bride of Frankenstein, Night of the Living Dead, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and many more. Plus, world screener sneak peeks at the scariest new monster movies. The creepy comedy of The Amazing Jonathan. The monstrous music of Bobby Boris Pickett. And me, I'm Shadow Stevens. The Horror Hall of Fame is brought to you by Nightmare, the interactive video board game that will thrill you with an hour of frightening fun. Butterfinger Candy Bars. Menon, makers of Speed Stick antiperspirant and deodorant. And by S.C. Johnson's Toilet Duck. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the Horror Hall of Fame 3, America's #1 scream idol, Mr. Robert Englund.
Thank you very much. And welcome to the Horror Hall of Fame 3, the only show that honors monsters, maniacs, and madmen. And having been all three of those myself, I can tell you, it's quite an honor to be back with you tonight to share a look at the great horror masters and masterpieces now a part of the Horror Hall of Fame. You know, before the classifieds, before computer dating, before Love Connection, finding a mate wasn't easy. Even for a movie star who was tall, dark, and, well, tall and dark. But in 1935, horror's leading man finally met his match in a film that is considered by many to be the pinnacle achievement of the golden age of horror. Tonight, we're pleased to announce the newest inductee into the Horror Hall of Fame, The Bride of Frankenstein.
The story behind The Bride of Frankenstein began one stormy night in 1816. As lightning flashed, it sparked the imagination of 18-year-old Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin. Her vision of a hideous phantasm and his half-mad creator became the basis of her novel, Frankenstein. It was performed on stage as early as 1823, and this rare silent film clip is from the first screen version, produced by inventor Thomas Edison back in 1910. When Dracula became a hit for Universal Pictures in 1931, studio head Carl Laemmle and producer Carl Laemmle Jr. decided to follow it up with Frankenstein. They assigned their ace director James Whale to the project and wanted Bela Lugosi as the monster. But Whale insisted on using another actor he'd seen in the studio commissary, Boris Karloff. Legendary makeup artist Jack Pierce created what may be the most frightening face in movie history. And Karloff, under 50 pounds of putty and padding, was able to make the monster touching and terrifying. At first, the Laemmles felt the film was too gruesome to release, but Whale soon convinced them it could be a blockbuster. So, with an eye towards future Frankensteins, they quickly reshot the original ending, hinting that Henry Frankenstein might survive. The monster, however, wasn't so lucky. Or so it seemed. While James Whale went on to refine his wry style in films like The Old Dark House and The Invisible Man, and Boris Karloff's fame grew in roles like Fu Manchu and The Mummy, Universal struggled to come up with a sequel to Frankenstein. At first, Whale rejected the project and told the Laemmles, "I squeezed the idea dry and I'd never want to work on it again."
And when he finally agreed to do it, he worked very closely with John L. Balderston, the writer, to develop a different attitude toward the subject matter than the first film had.
I think he perhaps felt that he had done the story. The Frankenstein tale had been told, and if they were going to extend it this way, if they were going to go ahead and make a sequel, why not have a little fun with it? And I think that's what he did.
Of all the great Golden Age horror films, The Bride of Frankenstein is certainly the most fun. In a witty prologue, author Mary Godwin continues her story where the first film left off. The monster actually survived the fire, and Henry Frankenstein makes his own miraculous recovery.
Whoa, look! Milady! He's alive!
Soon the young Baron and his fiancée receive a mysterious visitor.
Henry, who is this man?
Dr. Pretorius.
What do you want? Alone you have created a man. Now together we will create his mate. You mean... Yes, a woman. That should be really interesting.
But when Frankenstein balks, Pretorius unveils his hidden persuader.
Nothing can make me go on with it. Now.
Pretorius has the creature kidnap Elizabeth, and Frankenstein is forced to perform his ultimate experiment.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Like Frankenstein himself, Whale had managed to piece together a brilliant creation, unforgettably brought to life by an unusual assortment of real-life characters.
Elsa Lanchester is one of the most eccentric actresses who ever set foot on screen. And her casting, I think, can only be described as inspired.
No, no, no! I can work better alone.
I don't know what to make of Colin Clive. He is such an odd actor. Perhaps it's that oddness that makes Dr. Frankenstein so endearing and so memorable. I guess James Whale just liked to collect eccentric actors. And he did it very well, and never better than when he put Ernest Thesiger on the screen. Even if you see a still photo of it, it makes you smile at the memory of his performance, which is so rich and funny.
Monstrous makeups, fine photography and editing, and composer Franz Waxman's monumental musical score helped make The Bride of Frankenstein a hit with fans and critics alike. And the movie was rated one of 1935's 10 best by the New York Times. But towering above it all was Boris Karloff.
Frankenstein.
Yes, there have been developments since he came to me.
That development, a voice for the monster, quickly became a source of conflict on the set.
Boris Karloff felt that it was absolutely a mistake to have the monster talk in the second film. Karloff revered the monster's character and appreciated him in the context of the first film, and really, I don't think, understood fully what Whale was trying to do in the second one.
Yes, I know. Made me from dead. I love dead. Hate living.
I think Karloff was probably right in feeling that the monster shouldn't speak, because as soon as he speaks, he loses some of his mystery. On the other hand, who would trade for a minute those incredible scenes with the hermit?
Blind to what the others fear, the hermit welcomes the creature and, for a few moments, allows him to find his humanity.
Before you came, I was all alone. It is bad to be alone. Alone. Bad. Friend. Good. Friend. Good.
It's rare in Hollywood that a sequel is as good as the original film. It's even rare when a sequel is better than the original film. But I think you could say with some assurance that The Bride of Frankenstein is possibly even better than Frankenstein.
The Bride of Frankenstein is debatably the greatest film of its genre, certainly of its time. The film is frequently cited by people who don't even care for horror films in particular because it has so many varied layers and has so much appeal to people who are not necessarily looking for a shocker. It is everybody's favorite horror film.
They're a group of truly twisted individuals who spend their time scaring millions of innocent people year after year. No, it's not the IRS. It's the Horror Hall of Fame Board of Directors. In addition to choosing all of our inductees, the Board of Directors also selects the best horror film of the year. Our first nominee features a group that makes Guns N' Roses look like the Brady Bunch. They're creepy, they're kooky, and they give a whole new meaning to the term family values. Ladies and gentlemen, our first nominee for Best Horror Film of the Year, The Addams Family.
Aha! Showtime! Unhappy, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, completely.
May I have the salt?
What do we say?
Now.
Children, put down that antenna.
I'm blinded by such beauty.
How can I compete? You're twice the woman I am.
Look, a new chapter.
Don't torture yourself, Gomez. That's my job.
Trick or...
Coming up, world screeners, monster makeup tips, and the hilarious Houdini of horror, the amazing Jonathan, when the Horror Hall of Fame continues from Universal Studios Hollywood.
Our next performer has made numerous appearances on HBO, MTV, and in police stations across the country. His razor-sharp approach to comedy is making him an American institution, and I'm sure you'll agree, an institution is where this man belongs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Wizard of Odd, the amazing Jonathan.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to start with a very cool magic trick. You, the lady in the white, do you have a handkerchief? All right, then do this because you got something hanging on your nose. I'm sorry, but it's bugging me and I can't concentrate. We are going to take someone... you with the blonde hair and the black. Would you come up here real quick? Don't even think about it or you're not going to do it. Come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a volunteer from the audience. Now, have we done this yet? All right, we'll do it now. Okay, that was fun. Anyway, this is, what's your name?
Maggie.
I'm sorry?
Maggie.
I know it's Maggie, I'm just sorry. Anyway, we are going to blindfold Maggie and we're going to try a psychic experiment. She's going to guess something that I hold over her head, even though she's never seen it before. Now, I don't do the traditional blindfold like a lot of magicians. What we're going to use, Maggie, a playing card over your eye and we'll just staple it, okay? And we'll put this one here and we'll staple it and... Oh, are they falling off? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, the staples aren't real good. So we'll just hold it there, if you would, please. And we'll use tape, okay? And we'll just tape that around, and around, and around. Back. Blindfold. Okay, and, okay, here's something else. Here's something else I got, Maggie. We're just gonna, if you don't mind, put this black sheet over your head. Would you hold that like that, please? Do you have it? Okay, and just so that doesn't fall off. One more tick. Okay. I think that qualifies as a legal blindfold. Now, Maggie, what you have to do is you have to concentrate and tell me what it is that I'm holding in my hand. Nobody's going to help you. What do you think? What do you see, Maggie?
Ace of Heart and 3 of Clubs.
No, see, those are the cards over your eyes, Maggie. You have to look from within.
Okay. Is it car keys?
No.
Is it a car?
How the hell can I be holding a car?
Okay. Is it something that goes in a car?
It's nothing to do with a damn car. Concentrate.
Well, can I feel the object, please? Oh, God, it's a pair of scissors!
Yes, she got it, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pair of scissors. She was incredible. How did she do that? Well, we'll do the trick with the knife. You, with the blue on, come here quickly, please. Don't think about it or you won't do it. Feel the blade of the knife. Is it real? Does it collapse anywhere? No. It's real. Would you examine my arm? Is there any rubber or latex there? Feel the arm.
Not that I can see.
Okay. Feel it again.
No.
Feel it! All right. I'm sorry you had to see that, but she was bugging me. So, the knife is real and the arm is real. So then if I was to take the knife and rub it like this into my arm and just keep going with it and going with it until you see that it's actually in my arm, ladies and gentlemen. Relax, it's an illusion. Now what you're going to see with a different knife in your arm. I'm kidding, relax. Let's try something. That was fake, okay? Look at the little kids. Don't try that at home. Wait, go to your neighbors and then. No, don't. Okay, what I have here are double-edged razor blades. Where are they? Ah, there they are. These are not fake razor blades like a lot of magicians use. I'm not mentioning names. Copperfield. These are real razor blades. Check it out. They're double-edged, they're extremely sharp, and now watch. Damn right. I'm eating a razor blade for your entertainment pleasure. They taste like shit. Now, I am going to eat not one blade like a lot of sissy magicians. Copperfield. I'm going to eat 6. No, 5. 6 would be stupid. Each and every blade is a real blade. That was 2. Here's 3. Now, in case some of you think it's a trick, ma'am, you again? I want you. No, let the kid, the dorky-looking redhead. Come here. Take the blade. Do not touch the edge of the blade. Make sure that it's real. It's not plastic. It's metal. I want you to place the blade on my tongue. Flat. Look at me. Look at me. No. Yes. No. Don't slide the blade. I don't like that look in your eyes. Ah! You slid the blade. Don't slide the blade.
I just put it there.
I know, but you slid. You didn't get me. Okay, so he got me. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I'm fine. I'm fine. Look, it doesn't hurt. It was a nick. Okay. And now, last but not least, number 6. 5, thank you. 5. A man can dream. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat a spool of thread. Not the whole spool, that would be stupid. I'm going to take 3.5 feet and chew it and swallow it. Ooh, shoot, thread cut. What you're about to see, you're going to hate. Just a neat little bar trick I learned to pick up the chicks. There they are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very, very much.
move a bone in your body. We'll be right back with more of Makeup's gruesome twosome and a tribute to the Hugh Hefner of horror. And later, the spectacular sounds of Bobby Boris Pickett. All when the Horror Hall of Fame continues after this.
In 1988, this living doll added insults to injury and became a horror sensation. This year, he took another stab at success with a sequel that was anything but child's play. Our second nominee for Best Horror Film of the Year, Child's Play 3.
A haircut ain't regulation, soldier. When's the last time you had a trim, huh? Kiss it goodbye.
Coming up, the Horror Hall of Fame moves full stream ahead with lots more shots and surprises. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hollywood, the Horror Hall of Fame continues with your host, Robert Englund.
This year, horror film fans have something really frightening to look forward to. And it's not the price of popcorn. It's the brand new slew of creature features that leaves no gravestone unturned. Join us now for a sneak peek at our scare package of upcoming monster movies. It's the best of the worst we call World Screamers.
L.A. Law's Larry Drake stars as Dr. Giggles, a psychosurgeon who lives by the medical motto, malpractice makes perfect. His story will break your heart and most of your other vital organs, too.
Bone cutter.
Uh-oh. Jennifer?
We're dead.
Don't worry, it's just a routine operation.
The doctor will see you now.
To Sleep with a Vampire is the tender tale of a lovesick jugular jockey who finally meets a girl that's just his type. Oh, negative. Beyond Darkness is truly frightening. Innocent victims are terrorized by blood-sucking demons from hell. Gee, finally an honest movie about Hollywood agents. But when the creatures get their cut, ooh, it really hurts.
But they have him.
We'll be together forever, Carol.
Get the two of them out of this house!
Honey, where did Martin go?
Where T2 left off, Nemesis begins. It's a high-tech terror trip through a frightening future world where man and machine collide to create a diabolical tool of destruction.
It only works if you load it.
Thanks for the tip.
Horror Hall of Fame from Universal Studios, Hollywood.
Our fourth nominated film marked the end of the road for Elm Street and for millions of moviegoers. The nightmare is finally over. After rebirths, rejuvenations, and reincarnations, the man you love to hate, my altered ego, meets his final demise in the slash hit sequel, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
I took all their children away from them. And now, that's over. Come on.
The shelter.
Every town has an Elm Street.
You'd think that after surviving 2 terrifying journeys in space, the mission would be over. But believe it or not, Ripley's assignment is just beginning. This time, she's a prisoner on a planet where a familiar foe hands out his own death penalty. In our 4th nominee for Best Horror Film of the Year, Sigourney Weaver has her final confrontation and a really close shave with Alien 3.
I think it's fair to say that our smoothly running facility has suddenly developed a few problems. I can only hope we are able to all pull together over the next few days until the rescue team arrive for Lieutenant Ripley.
It's here. You got Clemens.
Stop this raving at once.
I'm telling you. It's here.
Mr. Aaron, get that foolish woman back to the infirmary.
What is that? Move it. Help me.
Our next performer is the musical Dr. Frankenstein, who introduced the song that went to #1 on the Halloween hit parade. That was 30 years ago. But just to prove you can't keep a good moan down, we've dug him up to sing for us tonight. And this should be a howl. Ladies and gentlemen, put your claws together for the cool ghoul himself, Bobby Porras Pickett and the Monster Mash.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. Eagle on chains, backed by his baying hound. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Jack's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the monster mash, and it's a graveyard smash. It's caught on in a flash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them what it's in. Then you can monster mash, and you my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash, then you can monster mash. Smash! Ooh! Oh, you impetuous young boy. Smash! Ooh!
Stay tuned for more of the Horror Hall of Fame from Universal Studios Hollywood.
Our 5th nominated film is based on a terror tale by the king of horror, Stephen King. In it, an innocent young man becomes a computer-generated killer who learns the grass isn't always greener on the other side of reality. And he is the Lawnmower Man. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the graveyard, our final nominated film resurrected new shocks in a little New England town where death is only the beginning. It's the sequel to horror vet Stephen King's sleeper hit, Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary 2.
Pick up your family and get the hell out of that town!
Jeff, honey. Father and I need to talk.
And now we come to the moment we've been waiting for. The winner of the best horror film of the year. The nominees are The Addams Family, Child's Play 3, Alien 3, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and The Lawnmower Man, and Pet Sematary 2. And the winner is The Addams Family. Accepting the award is the Addams Family Lurch, Mr. Carl Stricken.
On behalf of the many talented people who recreated the Addams Family for a new generation, I thank you for this award.
Stay tuned for more of the Horror Hall of Fame from Universal Studios Hollywood.
Well, it's time to finally lay the Horror Hall of Fame 3 to rest. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves tonight, and I thank you for joining me. But before I depart, I'd like to leave you with something really frightening to think about. I'll be coming back for more, to host the Horror Hall of Fame 4! Good night, everybody. Thank you.